G'day, Shah here once again with Four Wheels on the Road, helping you get the most out of your time away. This trip away, we're asking the question once again, go or no go. We're here just outside of Woodford at a beautiful little place called Stony Creek. It's a great place for a swim and it's a nice little day use area here as well. So let's go take a look at the place.
You go, no go for no.
Turn off to get to Stony Creek Road is a few kilometres outside of Woodford, but it's pretty easy to find your way. There's a sign, and then all you need to do is follow Stony Creek Road along for a few k's and make sure that you don't miss the turn off to Fletcher Road, which gets you to Stony Creek. It's actually quite a good ride or drive that you can actually do where you just continue from Woodford and go around and do all the way past Wivenhoe and Somerset Dam and go back through Fernvale. Fantastic drive. If you wanted to even just do a day drive around there, it's something that's a really good thing to do. It's a beautiful place around here and fantastic area to be in Queensland, most definitely. The last kilometre of the road here actually is gravel, but it's nice, smooth, sealed gravel road and it's pretty easy to get your way in on. You can get in on a two-wheel drive. I've even ridden the motorbike in here before as well, so simple to get in here. My pick of the swimming holes is actually the one that's just behind me here. It's right next to the barbecue areas. Tends to be the one that's the least populated. The main swimming hole, which is just in front of us here, which is sort of near the toilets, is the place that is frequented the most by people. Tends to be a ton of people there. It's a big swimming hole and it's quite deep and it's probably the nicer, but these little swimming holes here are just my favourite ones. I actually found this place when I was going to Woodford one year. A friend of mine pointed it out to me and asked me to come along and to check the place out. And ever since then I've loved the place and I keep coming back here for a swim and just to relax because it's not that far out of town. And it's nice for a little taste of the forest to just come in here and chill out. All right, let's go take a bit more of a look around. There's about 3 or 4 different options for the swimming holes that are available here. You can go a little bit further up the creek and there's a couple of little hidden spots up there as well, but it's a bit of a trek getting up there and you've kind of got to go off the beaten track a bit. There's plenty of space here anyway. There's a couple of little different places here and there's also the main swimming hole which is just down the bottom, which we're going to go and take a look at now. As you can see just to my right here as well, there's composting toilets and a tap here as well, so that's pretty handy. You've got some info here letting you know all about the Belthorpe Forest Reserve site and the further areas around here, around Glasshouse Mountains and beyond. So once again, as usual with most parks in Queensland, they're actually pretty well signposted and there's a good lot of information on where you are and what's around you as well. as I mentioned earlier, this is the larger of the swimming holes here. As you can see, this swimming hole is pretty big. Fit a ton of people in here. There's a ton of fish in here. I'm not sure what else is in here, platypus or anything like that, but you can just walk to the water's edge and see some perch swimming around. Beautiful place here. Despite the fact that it does get really busy in summertime, it still maintains its ambiance, I guess, if you could call it that. And it's still a nice place to come. You'll see in here at the moment that there's not a ton of water in here. You'll see by the water markings on the rocks on the other side of the main swimming hole here that the water's probably around about 1.5 to 2 foot underneath where it usually is. But there's still a ton of water in here and it's still a nice place to come for a swim. There's actually a few swimming holes. As I mentioned earlier, there's tons of different options for swimming here. There's a couple of different swimming holes that are actually behind me further down the creek as well. So as I mentioned earlier, there's options further upstream and also further downstream as well. Alright, well that's it from us this week at Stony Creek. Let me know what you think of the place in the comments down below. Is it a go or is it a no-go? Also, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe and most importantly share the channel. I really do appreciate that and it helps me to keep going. Alright, once again thanks for watching and we'll see you next time we get 4 wheels on the road.